Good morning, hello and welcome. You're crafting with the Songbird Stamper today. I'm going to show you how I made this little card. I came across this card online, but I can't really give credit because it was a video that was in a foreign language, just by a YouTuber, not a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but I couldn't find a name that I could relate to. I changed the measurements to suit myself, but it was just the card design that I quite liked. So this is my design, my take on it, and I'm here to bring you this today. So I've used the new from Stampin' Up stamp set. It is called Tasteful Touches. Some gorgeous images in here, and I've used the new DSP that comes with this as well, so you'll get a good look at that when we open it up inside. It comes with a belly band, so I've made the belly band to go around the outside. That just pulls off, and then the card opens up and would stand up like this. I've kept it quite minimalist on the inside, just some images and some sentiments, but no layers because otherwise it wouldn't fold up so easily. So that's what I'm going to show you how to make today. It's actually a lot easier than it looks, so let's get started. To start with, you need a piece of smoky slate card, and that's going to measure 8 by 6 inches. And then you're going to need 2 pieces of smoky slate card measuring 2 inches by 6 inches. All the measurements will be on my blog, so don't worry too much about writing anything down. You're then going to need 4 pieces of petal pink card, 1 7/8 of an inch by 1 7/8 of an inch. You're going to need 6 pieces of designer series paper. I've gone for 3 different designs, but you can choose whatever you like. 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. I'll try and do a metric conversion, but honestly it's easier for me in inches. You can do your own conversions. I will try for the blog, but I'm not promising anything. And then we've got 4 pieces of 1 7/8 by 15/16. That's just under 1 inch. So 1 7/8 by just under 1 inch. That's for the main card. And also 2 pieces of designer series paper measuring 1 7/8 by 5 7/8 of an inch. I'll do the belly band separately in a minute, so let's get scoring with our main card. Bring in my paper trimmer. I'm going to need to score this on the short side, so with a 6 inch at the top. We're going to score it, make sure we use our scorer, not our trimmer, at 2 inches and 4 inches. So everything's multiples of 2. I think the card I watched looked like a bigger card, but I've kept this quite simple at just 6 inches by 8 inches. And it folds up nice and cute. And then on the long side, we're going to go at 2 inches, scoring again at 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. So that's our score lines. I hope you can see those. What I need to do with the card this way round, with the 8 inches at the top, I need to score 1 inch in from here to here, and on this side here as well. So the way I'm going to do that is to line with the 8 inches at the top, line it up on the 1 inch edge on this right hand side if you've got a Stampin' Up paper trimmer. It's one of the reasons I love this paper trimmer, available to purchase through me if you would like, because it does have the measurements on the right hand side. So when doing small measurements, this is so handy. So line it up with the 1 inches here, and then you're going to need to score between this score line and this score line. So with our blades, we've got markings on either side, so we can line it up and push it down and score just between those 2 lines. Again, another reason I love this paper trimmer, because you do get those markings on either side, which makes it very easy to see where that score line needs to go. Then spin it round and do the same on the other side. Line it up with 1 inch, pop your score blade down, just up to that second score line, so just in between those two score lines. Then spin the card round 90 degrees. Paper scorer is now done with, that's at the top. Line up this right hand score line, so you've got your edge of your card here, then you've got your first score line, which was 2 inches. Line that up so that it is on the cutting groove. Now bring your paper cutter into place, mark up the line with that 1 inch score line that we've just made, push your paper trimmer blade in, and then bring it all the way up to that top score line that we had just done, the 1 inch score line. Okay, so we've just cut down here, and spin it round and do the same thing on this other side. Push that in at the 1 inch mark, not at the end, but at the 1 inch mark, and bring it up to the 1 inch mark at the top there. Okay, so we're done with our paper trimmer, and now we just need to do some folding. So you need to be a little bit gentle here, but the top one is a valley fold, followed by a mountain, followed by a valley. Can you see, if you've not heard of valley, mountain and valley before, can you see what I mean? So that top one is a mountain top and the 2 valleys there. And then this edge one is going to be a valley, so all the left hand ones are all valleys, then mountain, then valley, then mountain, then valley. And it will go, but you just need to be ever so gentle with it and take your time, no rush, just to gently crease those folds as you go, and then when you get to the last one, everything will become a little bit easier. So again, it started to form there, mountain in the middle, 2 valley folds at either end, and just gently press that together until you have your card design there. So we want to make this a little bit more stable, so I'm going to grab my foot bone folder and just crease these folds. And this is where our 2 pieces of smoky slate card at 2 inches by 6 inches come in, because we're going to pop these onto the edges here just to reinforce it. So this is our base card this way around, and then what we're going to do is pop these 2 on the back. I hope this is making sense for you. I'm going to pop them on the back, okay? But obviously we don't want glue in this space here where there is nothing, so I'm going to flip this over, and just on this back panel I'm going to put some Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue. You don't need a lot of this glue, just a little bit, but go right around the edges. You can see how much of a faint line I'm doing there, and that's because I'm keeping the nozzle in contact with the card rather than keeping it away and squeezing it. That's when you start getting into difficulties. Grab your piece of card and then line that up onto the back panel there. Make sure that's good and stuck down. And the same on this one. Okay, so it's this side here where the fold comes away. You don't want to do it on this side where the fold comes up. You're doing it on this side where the fold drops away. Keep the nozzle in contact with the card. Nice light layer of glue all the way around, and put that back panel on. I don't know if you need to do this step, but I just thought this really neatened it up a little bit. And again, I have no idea whether this was in the original card design or not. I only watched the video for 5 minutes. But I thought that made it a lot sturdier. So that's our card that way around. Okay, and it just opens up like that. So now we can get to decorating. Straighten everything up a bit. So I'm going to go for my stamping first before I put my embellishments on here. Before I put all my card onto here, I'm going to decorate it. So let's put that to one side. So I've got my 4 pieces of petal pink card, and I've got the stamps here from the Tasteful Touches stamp set. So I've got 4 stamps of 4 pieces of card, and we're just going to go in for some designs. So I'm starting off with this feather one, that's the one that's on the block. And I'm using Smoky Slate ink. I want it quite pale. Petal Pink on Petal Pink didn't quite do it for me, but you can go with whatever design you want to. So let's pick one of these pieces of card, and we're just going to stamp a feather design 3 times on that one piece of card. And then I've gone for, let's change the block up. I've gone for this lovely frond. This can be coloured in if you wanted to, or just left blank. And I'm just going to stamp that on that piece there. Then I've got this. Oh, this flower is amazing, isn't it? I've done a lot of things with this flower already, and we're only a few days into the catalogue, so I'm just going to stamp that one over there. They're a little bit darker than my original because I've re-inked. It was getting very faint, so I've re-inked my ink pad, and I'm just going to use this little one here to add some texture. This is going to be a great background stamp. You can spin it round as well to make sure you get lots of different designs on there. So those are our 4 Petal Pink pieces of card. And then I've stamped 2 greetings. I debated for quite a long time what to put on here. Somebody suggested photos. I put a shout out on my group because I was a little bit stuck for ideas. Someone suggested photos, but actually we just came up with sentiments. So I've used sentiments, 2 of them. I'll stick with the same ones that I've used before, but I didn't get them out, so you have to bear with me while I find those stamp sets. So I've used a greeting here from the Beautiful World stamp set, and it says, you make the world a better place, and that's that one there, which is gorgeous. Love that font. And I've done this in basic grey to make it a little bit darker, to stand out better on that pattern paper. You make the world a better place. And then I've gone for, from the Positive Thoughts stamp set, hugs, prayers and love, because again I thought that was just a gorgeous little greeting. I'm just lining that up on my grid paper. It makes it a little bit easier to line everything up there. Hugs, prayers and love. So that's my decorating done, and then we can just glue it all together. So bring our card base back in. These are all our bits and pieces. And don't forget these little ones as well. So grab some Tombow liquid glue. This is the boring bit, and if I was more technologically advanced I would speed it up for you, but I'm not, so I'm going to try and talk to you while I do this. So this stamp set comes as part of a bundle, and you get the most amazing dies, which I'll show you in a minute. And don't forget that during June there is a bundle promotion on, so if you join Stamping Up during June and join my team, then you get £130 worth of product for £99, which is the normal starter kit offer. But during June you also get to pick a bundle for free, so you could get this entire bundle, which I believe is £45. You could get it for free on top of all your extra bits. So you could get that paper, you could get the card, you could get the ink, and you could make so many different projects. You could get ribbon. Yeah, loads of stuff you could get for that money, with the bundle being free. Normally the bundle is the biggest, and the stamps and the dies are the biggest expense, aren't they? But for June you can get those bits for free and then just top it up with all your extras. So if you'd like to know more about that, please do give me a shout, or you can hop over to my website. It's just here, www.thesongbirdStamper.co.uk, and where you'll find a Join My Team page, and I've got lots of frequently asked questions on that page to try and answer those for you. So that's what's going on in June. What else is going on at the moment? We've got the class, July class coming up. I'm not sure when this video is going to go live, to be honest. It depends. I'm having problems with my website at the moment. And the deadline for signing up for that is Tuesday at midnight. So I'm hoping if this goes out before it, please do get in touch if you'd like to join the class. If this goes out after it, then I can't wait to craft with you if you have already signed up. Then I've got the catalogue launch. This should go out before the catalogue launch for sure, and that is going to be on the 13th of June. I am so excited. I've done catalogue launches in person before, but I've never done one virtually. So this is my first time doing a virtual catalogue launch, and everybody's welcome. It would be great to have you join us for some make and takes, which I've sent out in the post, but if you wanted to craft along with us, that would be great. We've got scavenger hunt entries coming in, we've got bingo, we've got some surprise prize games throughout that everybody will be welcome to join in on, and 3 live demonstrations. So it'll be 3 hours on Saturday the 13th of June from 10 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, if we finish on time, though given how much I have to show you, we may well run over. I have put an agenda out and hopefully I'll be able to stick to it, but not making any promises. Right, so as you can see, that's all my design series paper on. Just need to stick these on as well, and then we'll get on to making the belly band. So this one's just going down in this right hand corner. Pop this one in the middle. This would look lovely on somebody's mantelpiece, wouldn't it? Just as a decoration. That one down in the bottom left hand corner. So I've just fed my rabbits this morning. I was going to get on and make this video, and I thought, oh, I'd better nip out and make sure, otherwise they can start thumping if they get a bit hungry. Bless them. So that's the main part of our card. That's going to stand up like that. I'm just going to put on some design series paper on the back here and the front. So that's it's gorgeous, isn't it? I love this. And then on the back you get this wood tone effect as well. So you could make one with wood rather than with stone. I've gone for 3 of the tile effect, but you could go, and we're missing paper like this since the old wood textures design series paper retired. I think that was last year. So this is a fabulous addition to the catalogue, and it is called can't remember what it's called. I've put it in a different packet and I was just going to check the name of it, but it's escaped me. You get a huge amount in there though. Rather than your normal 24 sheets, rather than your normal 12 sheets, you get 24 sheets, and that's not 4 of 12 designs. That's 2 each of it's not 4 of 6 designs, it's 2 each of 12 designs. So get loads and loads of choice in that pack, and yeah, you could easily add that onto your order. So that is our card, and let's get making our belly band. So for the belly band, we need a piece of smoky slate cardstock measuring 2 by 6.5. 2 by 6.5. Then we need a piece of design series paper, which is 1 7/8 by 6.5. Now I'm going to attach this on first, and I'm going to make sure it's well glued all the way up to the edges and all the way around, because I don't want any warping. When you've got paper on top of card and then you score it, you can get a little bit of buckling in the paper. So I always make sure that I've stuck it down very well to try and avoid that buckling. So stick that on there. And then we need our trimmer again, and we're going to score this at, these all measurements will be on my blog again, so don't worry about writing them down, but we're going to score it at 2 inches. And because it's got 2 layers here, you do need to give it a good press. 2 inches, 2 1/4 inches, 4¼ inches and 4½ inches. Okay, and then we can press and fold on these score lines, and that's going to go round our card. So pick which is the front, so that's going to be folding up like that, so that's my front. So put the middle of it on, wrap these 2 edges round, and then you're just going to use a little bit of Tombow glue. So the belly band is too big for the card, but it will just, the card will fill out the space. It's better to have it too big and be able to slide it, she says, than have it too small. Okay, so what I do when I put a belly band round is I just run it up and down a few times, make sure it works in, get it the right shape and size. And then we can pop some glue on this back panel here. Never squeeze too tight. If you squeeze too tight with a belly band, you run the risk of it not being able to come off, and there's nothing worse than when you've made it and you can't get it back off again. So keep making sure you can squeeze it up and down as it dries off. Lovely fit. It's not too big, it's not going to fall off, but it does slide lovely. Okay, and then make sure that's drying on the back there. So we're going to need that. So that's our belly band, and then we're going to decorate it. I've used some of this gorgeous petal pink ribbon to go around the middle, and I've used some sticky red tape. I don't have the new Stampin' Seal Plus yet, but that's what would be ideal for this. Stampin' Up! Have just released a new, like our old Fast Fuse, and like our snail. It's a tape runner, for want of a better word, and that is brand new Stampin' Seal and Stampin' Seal Plus, which is going to be fab. I'm going to show you a video of that on my Facebook page soon. If you're not on my Facebook page, please do sign up. We'd love to follow us. It would be lovely to have you, and I post lots of inspiration and ideas over on there. But yes, they've brought out new Stampin' Seal Plus, which is great, but I don't have it yet, so I need to get my hands on that. So I've just popped my ribbon round, keep following it round. I've cut it too long, so I'm going to cut the edges off. Actually, I'm going to put that on the other way around. I want the edges to be under the front panel. Okay, so I'm going to start in the front here. It's me talking, I can't concentrate and talk at the same time, obviously. Bring that round there and then trim that off. I want the join to be under the front, same with the glue and everything else, because the back is going to look really neat, and we're putting everything over the front here anyway. So I've got a flower. This was the same flower that we stamped with earlier, this one here. I've stamped it onto Whisper White in Smoky Slate and then coloured it in with my Petal Pink Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers. I didn't want this video to be crazy long. It's already 25 minutes, so I thought I would just do this ahead of time. So I'm just ruching it up a little bit to give it a bit of texture and dimension, and I'm going to stick that down with some more red tape, I think, because I want to stick onto ribbon. Tombow liquid glue is super duper, but if you want a quick fast bond, and this is again where that Stampin' Seal Plus would come in, and you would just be able to tape runner on the back and stick it on your project. I hope. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm sticking that on the diagonal there, and again I've pre-done this. I've stamped out and cut out my greeting. It's the "You Are So Special" greeting from this stamp set. I'll show you the stamp set again. This is all the stamps you get in there. So many sentiments, 4 sentiments, and all this gorgeous textured images. This is a good one, and it's this that I've used. You Are So Special. While I'm showing you that, I'm going to show you the dies as well. It comes with the Tasteful label dies, part of the bundle that you can get for free during June. One more, there's this one here as well. Oh, those gorgeous labels. And look, these ones have got stitching. These ones have got a rim around, which leave a lovely impression. These have got stitching, and this one's got a nice serrated edge almost to it. So yeah, some lovely things in there. So that's the bundle you can get your hands on. But I've just used the greeting and I've fussy cut it out, and I'm going to use some liquid glue to stick this on. really fiddly, but I've really taken to cutting out these stamped images. If you're still with me, then brilliant. I know some will only have joined for the actual makings of the card, the workings of it, and they'll be off already making their own, and I can't wait to see what you make with it. So please do, if you followed my instructions, give us a post somewhere, I don't mind where, be it on a Facebook page, be it on my blog, give me a post and show me what you've made. I'd love to see. So I'm just going to stick that one onto there. It's a fabulous, fabulous little card. And I've used some of the Champagne Rhinestones basic gems. These go so well with Petal Pink. And they've got these tiny little ones. And I'm just going to stick 2 of these on here. And 1 up there. Well, that's it, my lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is our card. I'll open it up and give you another show on the inside. But if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, please do give me a thumbs up on my YouTube panel, like and subscribe, head over to my website, sign up for my newsletters. It would be great to have your support, and that's the inside of our card. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Bye bye.